All right, guys, I wanted to cover a very popular topic and one that really helped me get started into entrepreneurship, and it's to know what is the fastest way to just start getting $100 a day net profit. And so the way I'm going to show you is not how to start a legitimate business. However, this is by far the easiest way I personally know how to make $100 a day net profit. Now, if you even wanted to, you can take this strategy and kind of dupe it. You could literally duplicate it 3-4 times, and then you can start pulling in 10, 12, 20 grand net profit a month if you really wanted to just go all out on this strategy. So we're gonna be going over it, and I'm actually gonna be taking you inside my account because I just did this strategy and launched it. I'm probably gonna go lean more towards a brand in this account because I just did this strategy, launched it, and it just was very quick and easy. So I wanna show you how to mimic this exact process. And so yeah, without further ado, let's just get into the content. All right, guys, we are inside the computer, and first we're actually inside the dashboard of the store that I literally launched. This is just Google, specifically Google. I'm gonna just show you how to mimic this strategy, but first I wanna take you through a little bit of the story of the store. So first thing, if you notice that we have 2 orders today and it equals $394. So you can see that this is a little bit of a higher ticket item. However, I have never really used high ticket items. The strategy I usually go for, or the price point I usually go for, is around $30, $40, $50. I usually don't go, past $100. However, it can work very well. So first I want to kind of take you over here. So if you notice, I actually started running ads on June 30th. Then July 1st, the next day, we got 2 orders, and then now today, July 2nd, we got another 2 orders. So you can see our average order value is really high. So there's this trick and strategy to that I'll be covering in a little bit. And also you can see that the conversion rate is really good. Only 26 sessions, and we got 2 orders for a high ticket, average order value that is high ticket. Now, what is the cost of goods on this product, and what is the profit margin? So my cost of goods is literally $35, and I'm selling this, pretty much as a bundle for $197. So $197 minus 35, $162. So 162 times 2, so 324 net profit before ad spend. So what was our ad spend? Let's go check that out. So we are inside the ad account, and it's today. So you can see that our conversion rate, it says it's 5%. It only actually tracked 1 conversion, which is fine. So you can see that literally 19 clicks, average cost per click is 85 cents. We got 1 conversion, and so pretty much we spent $16 to make back, $324 net profit. So literally minus 16. So $308 net profit. So this is good, but what I want to show you is something more realistic and kind of how this even happened. So if we actually look at yesterday, you'll see yesterday I actually did track those 2 conversions, which was nice. So cost per conversion of $10, and once again, my ROAS is really ridiculous. A 19 ROAS, conversion rate around 4%, and I only spent $20, and so we got 2 sales, which is really good. But I want to show you actually the first day I ran ads. So you'll notice that on the first day I spent $30 and I got 0 conversions. Now, why is that? I noticed that when I showed Google Ads and how to get really low cost per click and everything, it's important to let your ads run to at least half the margin of your product. So half the margin of my product, so my margin is, let's just say $150. I'm way comfortable with spending at least $70 and not seeing a sale yet. So when you spend a little bit of money, the way you're really gonna see any type of results, you're gonna go here, you're gonna go inside of keywords, and then you're gonna go under search terms, and then the search terms is what your product is actually showing up for. So then you go and you're literally gonna go through all of these search terms. Look at all these search terms I showed up for. Literally a huge majority of these were not even close to what my product actually was. Then if you notice, and I go back to campaigns, I made a negative keyword list, and after I made my negative keyword list, I spent less and I got way more. So it pretty much shoved me into the best spots, so that way I actually get conversions. So it's super important, and that's literally the only reason the only way you can make this work. So I'm gonna show you guys pretty much how to find a kind of low-hanging fruits, so that way you can literally put up your listing and at least see some traction. And then the other important part, which is like 60% of the game, is how you structure your campaign. So first, I'm gonna show you exactly how to kind of do your product research for this specific strategy. So let's get into that one. All right, guys, so when you're finding a niche just for this strategy, there's really like 3 criteria that you can look for. The first thing is price undercutting. I've used all of these criteria, so I can explain them very well, but price undercutting is not something that is very easy to find. So I'm gonna show you 2 other strategies after that. If you don't find something, you can undercut massively. And I don't mean like a huge undercut of 50%, but if you can undercut someone by 30% while having a nice margin, then that's fantastic. So I mentioned this on my channel, a laser hair removal. Now, another reason why products like this is good is because if we go inside the keyword planner, you can see that products this product in particular is trending up, because you can see in May of 2018 had 59,000 searches. In May of 2019 has 85,000 searches. You can see that this thing is trending up. Another easy way to see it, if we hover our cursor right here, you could see this enormous trend. This is a good example. Now, another thing I want to put out there is that I'm going to show you other products. I'm going to show you other niches. However, I'm getting a lot of messages from people pretty much just looking at whatever product I release, and 10, 20, 30 people will probably test the same product using the same audience and targeting and method, and it probably just won't work as well. The reason why I'm making these videos is so that you guys can understand exactly what I'm doing to at least get your first early wins. It's not so you could just copy a product, it's so that you can find a very similar product and the reasoning of why I showed that product. So I'm gonna be showing you good examples, but I really encourage you guys to use different products and examples, if that makes sense. Now, with that being said, you can see that this is trending, and another thing is that all of these sellers are selling at $400, $300. And the cost of goods, if you were to get this, at least on Alibaba, because I was thinking to private label it, but I know you can get this for what, $60, AliExpress, maybe $65, maybe $70 at the very high end. And so your margin is fantastic when you're kind of comparing it to all these sellers. Really important to know your margin and to research the product, but this is a perfect example. Another really good example I'm gonna show you guys, if I could find it, is this. So I was absolutely blown away. I typed in gaming chair. There's over 800,000 people a month searching for gaming chairs. This is ridiculous. I didn't actually know really much about this niche. I'm not sure if it's just the gaming niche, but a good example I wanted to show you guys is these gaming chairs. You can kind of see that they're all similar. They all really look alike. And if you go on Alibaba, you can see that you can find unique chairs. Now, I'm sure you can find some on AliExpress, but you can see that this is a glow-in-the-light chair. It actually looks really similar. You can see that there's a bunch of other chairs. Another thing is, you know, if you can't find something on AliExpress, I've personally done this before, which is why I'm showing you guys this. You can go to an Alibaba supplier, say, hey, look, I'm looking to actually get a couple of these, but I don't want to do a bulk order yet. Can I get a couple samples at a discount? And so you can get a couple samples at a discount, test this listing, see if it sells, and if it starts selling, then you can do a minimum order of 10 pieces, right? Because you can see that it's pretty consistent. So that's just an example, but actually what I would probably do, because I was very surprised about this, I would probably look at the gaming niche, really niche down, and be like, okay, what other like little devices, little things inside this gaming space can I sell? For example, if there's like a really interesting like mouse or keyboard, because the gaming niche is very passionate and I really like that. So I can only imagine that there's really high priced products, and so if you can find some really good things in that space and then list it onto here and see when the best trends are, I'm actually almost positive that maybe the gaming niche is actually pretty consistent, which is very good. I love those spaces. But that is a good example of how you can price undercut. You can see that, you know, the chair was around $60. People are selling it for an average of $140 to $180. So that's one example. Now, if you can't find something to undercut at least 30%, The next example is really good. So the next example is demand influx or seasonal items. This, I've made an absolute killing with items like these, and it's really easy to rank and start getting traction with things like this. And the reason why is because if you hit it on the right trend, and I'm going to show you some really good examples, but if you get on the right trend and you get where a lot of people are searching for a specific product or whatnot, Google will really put your listing and you'll start ranking really easily in certain profitable spots. And if you do a good job and make sure that your landing page is good, which I'll show you how to create a really solid landing page, pretty much just show you my best landing page. But if you create everything and put everything together and people actually stay on your landing page, they click through on your ad, and you just have a high quality score, you're gonna then start ranking in the best pockets and for the best audiences, and it's gonna be really nice. Like it's just really hard to eventually take you down when then sellers try to rank on your spot, because you really have not only just good domain authority, but just good reputation with that listing. So as long as you don't lose the listing or have it taken down, it's really nice. So I wanna show you a couple examples of ways you can do this. First thing is actually this, which might seem a little bit odd, but it's a really good example because people are looking for mosquito killers. It's a mosquito killer lamp. People are looking for this, and I'll show you the trend. Okay, so I'll show you the trend right here. So people are looking for this in droves around May, June, and July. And so, I mean, it would only make sense. This is summertime, right? So you can see that the trend is amazing. Now I'm gonna show you another product that it hasn't happened yet, but this is just a good product in the past. Now, if you actually look a little bit deeper on this, I'll be honest, I actually don't really like this that much. The next example I'm gonna show you, I like a little bit more. So good thing this is already, you can't really launch this anyway because it's pretty much on the Dow trend. But you can see that there's a lot of sellers, and I don't really mind the big brands, but if there's a bunch of Amazon, and it's just huge price cut, it's too hard, and it's just not worth your time to literally do that listing when you can just do better research. So another good one is actually this. So a baby snowsuit. There are a bunch of people searching for this, and something that I found really interesting is if you scroll through here, you'll see that this one really just pops and looks very funny. And if we go into the actual trend, you'll see that this is super easy. And the reason why I say that is because not only are people searching for this around winter time, right, which would make sense, but this is around Q4. I mean, I don't know if it can get any easier than this, because Q4, Christmas time area, that's when people are buying. They are just buying in droves online. And I can only imagine how big Black Friday will be this year. Man, it'll be insane. So regardless, like something in the winter time, that is super easy. Now, obviously, I mean, there are so many trends, so many little seasonal niches. So anyway, this is, we're just going over some niches. We're seeing what could work, what couldn't. If you find like a niche, like you're saying, like, okay, some baby clothes around winter, go even deeper. Literally go and look for little hidden products. And the best thing to see, and I'll show you guys, the best thing to see is when you see that there's a lot of high price points, 49, 64, and if you can kind of see some other brands mixed in here, and it's not just flooded with like Walmart and Amazon, like H&M is fine, and you can find something a little bit unique, that is a really green light for me. Now on top of that, just so you guys know, when we do this, it's important to find at least 4 other kind of things in that niche. And the reason why is because it's hard to guess right the first time, but what you can do is you make 4 other listings, so a total of 5, and you'll see one listing gets huge traction, and that'll be pretty much your easy winner. And then maybe there'll be kind of like a second one that'll be an easy auxiliary product that might get a couple sales, but you'll see one that just gets pretty much all the sales. So this, like I said, we're just niche hunting. Now the next thing, other than seasonal products, is pretty much finding personalized, unique products. A really good example, and it's it's an example of something that is just, it'll never die and it always works and it's extremely unique, is something like this. So you'll see personalized name necklace. You can see that over 22,000 people are searching for personalized name necklace. Now if I just type in, and by the way, actually I just want to explain this. I was actually thinking to go into this a little while ago. I never did, but I did do personalized items, and I've made an absolute killing with personalized items, so I know they work very well. And so what I mean by this is finding unique items, finding items that people are still searching for, but that are very unique. So this is gonna take a lot more research. I wanna show you just a few. So this one is a really good one. You'll see that it's personalized name necklace. 22,000 people are searching for this. And if I just go name necklace, you can see that it's even more people searching, 40,000 people. So what I would do is actually go through here and I would see, okay, so this one's selling for a very high price, which I like, but I like to look at things that might be a little bit different. So this, I really like kind of this little square thing. This is really cool. I've seen this sell a bunch. These are really cool, like these font like necklaces. I do like this. And you want to go, and what's cool is like, it's not like you guys are buying a bunch of inventory. You see a niche and now you're going to pick 5 products in it. So that's why I'm saying we're going to be very careful with which niche we test out, but it's cool. You can literally cycle through niches. You'd be like, okay, I'm going to test this one the first week. Doesn't work. Second week, I'm going to test this one. And so literally you can rewatch this video and you can see like, okay, I'm going to pick this kind of product. That product didn't work. I'm going to go and retry it. And what's also cool, and I didn't mention this when I was going over my Google account, is that to test products with Google or to like just get like some traction with Google, it is so inexpensive. I mean, compared to Facebook, I'm not saying Facebook is super expensive, but you just have to be more aware and more used to the platform. With Google, you could pretty much see, you look inside your Shopify dashboard, you're like, am I getting add to carts? Am I only running Google and I'm getting some add to carts? Okay, I'm gonna let it run for a little bit. And it's pretty simple, like it's very straightforward. That's why I was saying this is by far the easiest way to get to $100 a day. So another example that I saw selling really well, let's see if we could find it. It was like custom bobbleheads, which I thought was really funny. So this is a really good example. Let's actually just, oops, okay, that's fine. So let's see. This is really good. I like this. Now, this definitely does not seem easy, but this could be like your moat if you really wanted to. Let's see if they have any traffic. I guarantee you it's probably, oh wow, hey, that's not bad. What? Oh, they just started in November? So this is, damn, this is pretty good. Looks consistent. So that's like the rabbit hole I would go down. I would literally start looking around. I'd see, all right, where are they getting their traffic? All right, 50% from US, 20% Australia. Like this is pretty good. Search, you can see that they're doing search and a little bit of social. So it's nice to see that this product does work a little bit with social, just because, shoot, I mean, if it works with Google and you're getting some traction and you're doing something at least a little bit Facebook unique, that's just a double win, because then you can then scale it with Facebook, and then you could literally, you could blow this strategy out of the water. All right, now I want to kind of give you guys a couple tools so that way it makes this process a little bit easier. And then of course, there's actually going to be a part 2 and part 3 to this video, because after we find the niche, the product, and kind of an idea of what we want to test, then the next thing that we have to do is create a really high converting landing page, and really how we're going to make it to where we're going to get the sale versus anyone else. It's super important, because when we're advertising with Google, I mean, this is really everything. You have to out-convert everybody else. And so we're gonna be going over that, exactly how I build my landing pages. I'm even gonna give you my template, and it's actually all gonna be on Shopify. So that's really cool. And then of course, the third part is Google Ads. How do you structure it for this specific strategy? How do you make it to where you get really quick, easy sales? Now, I know that coming up with niches and ideas is hard in the beginning. Eventually, below this video, I'm probably gonna have a link when I open up a Facebook group. It'll be a free group, and inside there I'll probably have some documents and a list of niches that literally I'll just give out to you guys. But right now I do not have that Facebook group because I just don't have time to make that right now. But probably in the future, if you guys are watching this a month out in advance, I will have that. But a couple filters when you're looking for niches, and then I'll show you how you can find just some ideas to then start using this strategy with, is that I wrote it down right here. First thing is you want to only go for products that have at least a $15 margin, at least. So that's after you discount everything, and if you do go like a super price cut, still at least a $15 margin. The next thing is actually with competition. So if there are over 3 listings that are severely discounted that you really just can't beat in price, that are most likely maybe even Chinese resellers or something like that, and the 3 listings are in the beginning, meaning like kind of first page listings, then I actually wouldn't advertise those products. There's just really no point to, unless you really want to. I mean, you definitely can, but there's no point to. If you're going to be doing this good research, just don't make it hard on yourself. I've made it work, but it's very advanced to make things like that work. So I just don't recommend it. Now the third thing is search volume. Okay, so search volume is very important. After you kind of find your ideas and everything, you're going to want to, of course, install a Chrome extension called Keywords Everywhere tool. Download that, and you're going to have a little like search volume bar under every keyword that you type in. Keep a count on how much search volume a keyword is giving you. So if you're looking, let's just say, in the horse niche, and you're looking to sell a specific product for horses, then literally see how much search volume that specific niche, or at least that specific product or general niche of that product, is getting. So if you notice, like when I was typing in gaming chairs, that had a huge search volume, which is amazing. If I was finding like gaming mouses that had like 50,000 searches a month, like that's a good okay. So you want to find something at least over 20,000 in combined with like different keywords. So hopefully that makes sense. But if it's below 20,000 searches, it's fine. It's just, you just might not get any sales, but you probably won't spend anything either. So it's like nothing will really happen. You just don't really want to waste your time, but worst comes to worst, you could test it and maybe you'll just get a couple sales and it'll be slow. Then the next time around, go for something a little bit bigger. But guys, thank you so much for watching. And if you're not yet subscribed, what the heck? Subscribe to the channel so that way you get notified every time I release a nice video just like this, and hit the like button so that way it tells YouTube that this video is actually good. But other than that, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in part 2.